Okay, we're here on the ninth hole at Winding Hills Golf Course, and we're going to be talking now about lesson number 8, the power of acceptance. Acceptance, what does that have to do with golf? We have to have an intent, that's certainly important. We have to have expectation. All of these things add up to bring us to the power of acceptance. If we start to not accept whatever the result may be, we will start to manipulate the result. I brought you down here to hit off the ladies' tee for a particular reason. One of the things that happens in golf, we're afraid many times, depending on what our capability is in playing golf, to hit from any tee except for the men's tee or, unfortunately, the championship tee. You should play a tee that's comfortable for your playing style, particularly if you're a recreational golfer that only plays once in a while. Nothing will keep you off of playing from a forward tee. So stop thinking about it from the power of acceptance that it's the ladies' tee, it's just a forward tee. Very good tip for learning how to play the game. Now, why I came to this hole from the ladies' tee is because people will have problems when they have all of this swampland and reeds to traverse before they get to the fairway or green area. What will happen then is this acceptance of the ability we have to allow a ball to go across these reeds will affect us and affect our swing dramatically. So we have to start to get into a mode of feel and trust, that we trust that if we make our swing in a congruent mind, body, spirit manner, that we will make good contact with the ball and we will let it, allow it, not try to make it go over the reeds. If we try to make it go over the reeds, we're not accepting our possibility or our capability of actually executing the shot. So accept the fact that you can make a smooth swing. Now, what it doesn't work is to put in positive thinking. If you stand here and say, I'm positive I will hit this ball over the green, your subconscious mind has difficulty accepting that. So the subconscious mind has a problem with the power of acceptance, because the subconscious mind will have in its memory bank the many times that you failed. So we have to get that out. You don't try to think of it positively. Just allow something to happen. Go through your process, set your club, set your body, and allow it to happen. You have plenty of capability to get over. So don't let the reeds suck your ball in. Allow it to fly over. That's the key of the power of acceptance. So we'll set up here in our normal manner, setting the club and then our body. Make a nice smooth swing and trust. Okay, now I pulled that ball slightly, and partially because I've been talking so much about the power of acceptance, I wasn't accepting myself. So we'll make a little smoother swing, learning from that. Always remember, in this power of acceptance, there's no good or bad, no right or wrong. There's only experience. As we have more and more positive experience, we will be able to accept the nature of the golf swing a lot easier. That time I was much more accepting of my swing, easily cleared the reeds up there, either on the green or just in front of it, in perfect position to make a par on the hole. It's a gentle movement, flowing motion, congruency of mind, body, and spirit. That's what connects to the power of acceptance. We're going to get down and hit a couple of shots. I want to talk a little bit about the drop area on a hole like this, and then we'll hit the result of what I just hit for that shot off the tee. See you down there. Okay, I've come on the other side of the reeds now to show you what would happen if you did hit a ball in the reeds. You would come to what we call the drop area. The drop area, if you were playing right by the rules of golf, you would hit another shot here. You'd be hitting 3 from here. So you hit the ball 1 into the reeds, 1 penalty stroke, and 3 from here. Now, if you're an inexperienced golfer or a beginner, or maybe you're a young man, young lady just starting out in the game, don't even go from the tee. Come right to this side of the reeds, take that concern out of your mind, and play from here. There's no one on the golf course that'll keep you from moving forward. So let the golf course serve your needs. Don't you serve the golf course's needs. that's going to have a lot to do with how you accept this game overall. So always take the liberty to play within your limitation, but accept the fact that you will get better. So if you want to take a shot over the reeds, sometimes you can even forgive yourself for that. That eliminates a lot of the pressure, and don't even worry about penalty shots. Take your next shot over here, count one from here. So there's no rules for the beginner. We want to take the restriction of rules out of our expectation and learn to play golf. That's so important that you come out and have fun learning how to play golf. So I've come over here to the drop zone, and I'm going to talk here a little bit of the acceptance of less than a full swing. So now I have less than a wedge going into this hole, so I'm going to take about a 3/4 swing on this. So as soon as you go under a full swing, I've talked about this before, the process of pitching and chipping, process orientation on pitching and chipping starts with a forward press, the leaning of the club toward the green, okay, taking it back with the arms only, and coming through with an open stance, body is pointed more left, it clears the left hip, and it's going to allow the proper feel for that distance. Feel for distance in acceptance comes from the acceptance of the length of the backswing. Always when you're taking your backswing, whatever you think it should go, let it go a little further. Our tendency is to be defensive. We have to get the ball up on the green. That's the key. But if you try to make the ball go on the green, you will not accept the flowing motion of the swing. That's what I talk about in acceptance. So let's give it a shot. You'll see the body motion. You'll see not a full swing, but a 3/4 swing, but with the process of press, back, and brush. Here we go. Press, back, brush. Looks like a good shot, headed up toward the green. You'll notice you'll take a very good divot. Divots are okay on a golf course, except the fact that there may be a divot. What you would want to do if it's replaceable is go up, pick it up, put it back, step it down. A few days later, you'll never even know you took a divot. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of putting on the green and talk a little bit more about severe breaks and how we accept those. All right, let's see how this situation with acceptance now comes into play with putting. I have here a very severe right to left break. I almost have to hit it up the hill to allow it to come down the hill, accepting the flow of gravity. So it's a relatively short putt, but this relatively short putt could end up rolling almost as far by the hole if our power of acceptance is overcooked and we try to hit it too hard. So we'll see what we can do. Before I hit this putt, though, I want to just briefly talk about the rule. If you're playing right by the rules of golf, you must take the flag out. If you don't and it goes in the hole, you hit the flag, that can be a penalty. So I'm going to walk up and take the flag out because I just want to go over briefly how to lay a flag down. You pull it out of the hole. When you do this, make sure you're not crossing the line of another player or walking in the player's line. That's very important. That can be disturbing. So you take out the flag carefully, lifting it straight up as not to bump the edge of the cup. That's dirt there. We don't want it scarred or in any way disturbed. We put the flag down where we absolutely know it will be out of the line of the putt, and we lay it down. If you hold the flag, you can lay it down very softly so as not to scar or disturb the putting surface. Okay, I'll come back here. I've already done the assessment of approximately how much it'll break. We want to go to the feel. This is a very, very delicate putt. The possibility of making this putt is almost impossible. But don't let that difficulty disturb your acceptance of that it may just go in the hole if you execute a stroke that accepts the flow of the green. With a little bit of rehearsal and a little bit of play, and by the way, you can go in your living room in the wintertime if you don't have access to a golf course and find an area of carpeting where you can work on your putting stroke. It's a fun thing to do while you're watching golf on TV. Kills a little bit of time and you'll work on your stroke without any feeling of expectation. You'll just make putting strokes. Another good tip. All right, so the first thing we do is square the putter to what we feel is the line. I'm slightly downhill. I take that into consideration. and the ball is actually going to pick up speed because it's going with the flow of gravity of the hole. Okay, here we go. Okay, underplayed. That's many times what will happen here, is that you'll underplay the distance and underplay the break. So from that experience, then you will log that experience in your acceptance, and then what you will do is you will accept the possibility of the ball rolling higher to roll down. So then from experience, you'll allow more break, and the ball will come down and go in the hole. So that's what will happen. From experience, you gain experience. Take it out of your mind. There's a right, wrong, good, bad. Have the experience, record the experience, and that's going to help you engage in the power of acceptance. That ends this video on acceptance. I hope you get a lot out of this. We'll be picking up again on another day, and we'll see you again.